On December 17, 2016, the Eureka Parks and Recreation Department put on the first ever Holiday Dash event. Approximately 200 community members joined us for this event to celebrate Phase A of the Eureka Waterfront Trail, which extends the popular Hickshari Trail up to the Del Norte Street Pier. Participants ran 1 mile down the trail, enjoying a part of Eureka's waterfront that they've never seen before, and rides back to the starting line were provided by the Timber Heritage Association. The Holiday Dash was the accumulation and reflection of two unique areas the Eureka Parks and Recreation Department has evolved into.
Eco-Eureka stands for Environmental and Conservation Opportunities in Eureka. Eco-Eureka is the city's brand new environmental program under Parks and Recreation. It's a program that intends to educate the community about their environmental impact, gets people to think about how certain daily actions might collectively become a large impact on our local environment. We've done a variety of different events. We've done 2 cleanups on the waterfront, collected about 7,000 pounds of trash total, with about 100 community members collectively. We also did an reuse art project. We had Recology collect bike chains out of the waste stream, and with a little help from Linda Wise and her welding skills, we were able to weld some bike chains into little banana slugs as artistic figurines to help educate people about reuse art, but then also reduce waste through reusing it through art. Eco-Eureka's role in the Holiday Dash involved organizing the event and helping draw people to our open spaces. When we think about the environment, it really is where we live and the outdoors. So showing people our new waterfront trail and the value and the recreational value in being in that space was a great opportunity for Eco-Eureka and of course the community.
You know, staff has always thought that there wasn't a coordinated effort to provide kind of sustainability information for our community members. So staff came together and thought that Eco-Eureka would be a really good way to get that information out to the community. The other reason is, you know, the cost for our garbage and garbage processing in this area here is extremely significant. We don't have a local landfill. Transportation costs are the majority of our costs for to dispose of our garbage, because landfills have to be going hundreds of miles away in order to dispose of it. So the more that we can do to divert away things from those landfills and keep that material processed and actually make revenue off of it is just a benefit to the city.
The Holiday Dash also marked a big milestone for the continued development of the Waterfront Trail, a project nearly over a decade in the making.
So the ultimate plan is to have a 6.3 mile contiguous trail that goes from the south end of town all the way to the kind of the northeastern part of the town. It'll provide connectivity from one end of the town to the other end of the town for not only for recreational purposes, but also for transportation, non-motorized transportation purposes. We're trying to connect the neighborhoods on the inward half of the 101 to kind of our more commercial industrial area. And also to provide, you know, a lot of recreation, and the aesthetics along the waterfront are some of the best in Humboldt County. And I think that providing this trail will serve not only the community, but also serve as an economic driver for the city.
Parks and Recreation continues to evolve beyond programming and parks maintenance, but also towards infrastructure that reflects the programming and facilities that provide quality of life to the community. The department has even evolved to the point where it's becoming necessary to bring in non-traditional positions and skill sets to help the department achieve its goals, including an assistant planner.
Parks and Recreation oversees all of the facilities for not only Parks and Recreation, but the rest of the city. And so having a planner has really been helpful in not only capital improvement projects and understanding you know, what we have to go through permitting wise in order to get these projects through, but also has really helped out in being able to utilize the planner for CEQA documents and utilize the planner for kind of the regulatory permitting that's required for some of these projects. But they've also been extremely helpful in securing grant funding.
I've been with Eureka Parks and Recreation for about 2 years now. I was originally hired as an assistant recreation coordinator, and I worked on a lot of projects with the management staff here. And eventually that grew into working on environmental programs. I did a lot of grant writing, and I've just gotten more into you know, how we get funds to develop projects and also implementation. So that's sort of how it all grew into being an assistant planner as opposed to a coordinator. You know, I think that the Parks and Rec department is in an interesting place because we're at this intersection between, you know, the urban city of Eureka and then also this environmental interface with Humboldt Bay and the forest and, you know, our gulches and greenways. And so my background as both someone who's, you know, gone to school for recreation management and environmental planning, I sort of help bridge that gap a little bit, you know, because I've been on both sides, and that's sort of the value that I bring to the department as a planner.
The community isn't the same as it was in the 1950s, but the spirit of the community is, and Eureka Parks and Recreation has committed to evolving to ensure that we are bringing the highest quality of life to all members of our community.